Ah, hello viewers, Bezlinier here, and oh man, I somehow managed to get myself hungover from the like 2 beers that I drank last night while I was doing my latest episode or 2 of Let's Tank WoW. So, a little today, but this is the Tuesday vlog, so firstly, let's take a look. We had a whole lot of comments, a lot of comment back and forth going on with our Friday videos, so let's just take a look at that stuff here. Alright, so I asked, do you dream about video games or anything that you do dream about? So Mr. Bassface85 only ever dreamed about Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter, but he also felt that the state of JRPGs, the storytelling is a little heavy-handed, too cinematic, I think, is the gist of what he was getting at there, and he was kind of felt that the CRPG method of storytelling was more subtle and more even-handed, and we started talking about, like, not all CRPG or JRPGs, had heavy-handed story, or sometimes it was effective, like when Alice died in Phantasy Star 4, and that's not a spoiler. I mean, that was a long time ago, but then so we just kind of got started on different games and how the stories work there. We're nostalgic for the brighter color palettes of the days of Might and Magic 3, 4, and 5, and a lot of games back then were brighter. Like, for some reason, when when the technology developed more, video game developers suddenly decided to do really muted games. I don't know. You know what? Actually, that reminds me. One of the things I really like about Sacred 2 is every once in a while you come on like these fields of wildflowers, and those are really nice and colorful. I always like stuff like that. I don't know. It's like color therapy or something. Colors are just good for you. I think it's biological or something. Because we're like frugivore. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that stuff. Yeah, people were talking about playing certain games probably too much, and I know all about that. Anyway, there was a lot of we were just discussing these games a lot. It was a pretty cool discussion. Kaitan's29 also agrees that storytelling in JRPGs has kind of declined for a while, and well, I guess we can always, have the classics. We'll always have the classics, and I forgot what would be a reference there. I also wanted to show here. I gotta reposition this because I got this thing that's gonna be in the way. So let's move this guy over here. I think he'll be visible. So it's just a little concept thing I came up with for Gadzooks. So he was trying to get ready to tank there, but he accidentally pulled off his. Well, anyway, you can tell what's going on there, right? I think so. I thought I'd show that. Anyway, all right. So yeah, not a whole lot of other stuff to talk about. I've been considering bringing back the Dark Sun LP because I've seen in the analytics that the people who are watching it watch a very large proportion of the videos. So that tells me that the people who are watching it are really digging it, but I don't know. I started watching the things a little bit, and I'm not really that jazzed to play Dark Sun. I think if I'm gonna do an old school game at the moment, and I was thinking about like a Throwback Thursday kind of situation, I'd probably rather do Might and Magic 3, 4, and 5. I'm sure there's got to be some people who subscribe to my channel who would be like down for that. I always like those games. The only, like, for me, it's always like every year or two, I gotta go into a session where I play all those Might and Magic games. The only problem, like, it is fun and it's like comfort food for me, but there really isn't much replay value in those games. It's basically might, magic, or hybrid, and the hybrids basically suck. So I mean, ultimately, it's unfortunate because honestly, the best thing you can do with your party is just have like fighter, magic user, cleric, or something like that. And it's kind of boring in a way, like that aspect of it. And then all the items are the same. So once you know what everything is, it's just like, okay, well, you got to get an obsidian longsword. You know, there's no, there's not really a new experience with every playthrough. And I'm just saying, that's just the way that the games are. They're still fun to play, but it's kind of like, I guess, Phantasy Star 4 in a way. Like, there's nothing new to discover. They're not like Phantasy Star 4 at all, actually, but just in that way. They're definitely CRPGs. You just go through non-linear, pretty much, although they are pretty linear because there's, like, they're not linear, but there's Dungeon A, Dungeon B, Dungeon C, and your easiest flow through the game is really if you go to all the dungeons in order. And then it seems like there's a lot, but then after all, like, I'm actually thinking of 3, but once you actually go through all those dungeons, you'll wind up getting through them faster than you expected, and then you realize there's nothing left but like the last dungeon or so and the last story bits, which is just a huge pain in the butt, fighting exterminators and stuff, which isn't really fun that much. They tend to eradicate you, which is just a pain. Let's see, I can't... so shortly here, probably tonight, I'm going to upload 250,000 view special. YouTube hasn't been updating my overall view count, I think the last couple of days, but I'm pretty sure I'm basically there at 250,000 views, so I'm just going to upload it. It's just I decided to do a Rings of Power Massacre, which is kind of a misnomer, but I just went around killing villagers and stuff. I could have killed more, but it wound up being kind of slow-paced, even though I used the teleport cheat. But I thought it was kind of nifty. It was kind of fun. It was a little Let's Play-ish, but I mean, if you like my Let's Plays, then maybe you'll like that. I don't think I have anything more to talk about at the moment. I enjoyed the discussion on the Friday videos, so yeah, just hoping to see more like that in the future. But either way, you know, it was a good time. Love talking about all these old games and the new games and how they differ and everything. So hopefully we can just keep interesting stuff like that coming. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk some more later.